Okay, so now I get to give you a longer version of what I'm talking about with the shoulder. All right, so I see this coming a lot with my bodybuilding, my fitness, my figure. Because your sport is so repetitive, it's when don't you use your shoulder? So this thing is under bombardment like on a daily basis. So we gotta really be sure about the balance in your shoulder. A lot of times your pain will show up here, and especially with incline or anything over shoulder press. But you gotta remember there's a bunch of things that go into getting the shoulder to work right. Here's the deal. If you zoom in here, right here, you only got 2 to 3 millimeters to play with. Okay, so you're talking about no room for error. You got 2 to 3 millimeters between the humerus and the scapula, the shoulder blade and the upper arm. And literally any imbalances will cause this thing to start to rub, and it causes issues. And here's what I want to point out. A lot of times when we're thinking about the shoulder, we think about 1 or 2 muscles. We're always here, the rotator cuff. But let me tell you, there's more than that. So look at all the muscles that cause the shoulder to rub. You got your trapezius, your rhomboid, levator scapula, pec minor, lats, rotator cuff, there's 4 of them. Teres major, deltoid. So any imbalance, any overdone muscles that are too tight, too imbalanced, will cause rubbing. You only got 2 to 3 millimeters, no room for error to play with. You're gonna have problems. And the thing is, when your pain shows up, everybody thinks it's what they were doing that day. That thing's been coming long before. So again, remember, in the gym, get to see a therapist. That's number 1. A good sports therapist that'll keep you balanced, keep the muscles firing. There's lots more I can say about shoulder problems, but we'll just start with this one. Get to see a therapist. Make sure you're balanced. Make sure all the muscles are loose if they need to be, because a lot of times we focus on the pec. You know, a lot of people focus on the mirror muscles and they don't get the other side balanced. And we have a tendency, because fetal-wise, we have a tendency to be strong in the front. We're gonna have pulling and rotation in the shoulder. So there's a lot of issues going on with the shoulder, but what we want to focus on today is making sure you have balance and symmetry. Get to see your therapist. Remember all the muscles that cross the joint, and remember to ice. Do your self-care, icing after. As soon as you feel a pain, get in somewhere, get it treated, and then we'll talk later. All right? So visit us, tchpp.com, mediocritytogreatness.com. If we can help you, let us know, and we'll talk.